Once in a quiet monastery nestled in the mountains, there lived a monk who was known far and wide for his unshakable calmness. No matter the situation, his serene demeanor never faltered. Word of his tranquility spread, attracting many to seek his wisdom. However, not everyone admired him. One day, a man filled with anger came to challenge the monk. He had heard of the monk's calm nature and decided to test it. Approaching the monk, the man hurled insults at him, using words designed to provoke anger and humiliate. Yet the monk sat quietly, his face serene, his eyes filled with a quiet understanding. He did not react. The man's insults grew louder, his tone harsher, but still the monk remained composed. Finally, frustrated, the man demanded, "Why don't you respond? Do my words mean nothing to you? Are you not offended?" The monk looked up with a gentle smile and replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man, perplexed, replied, "It belongs to the one who offered it." The monk nodded, his voice calm and steady. "Exactly. I choose not to accept your gift of anger. It remains with you." This simple yet profound response disarmed the man, leaving him speechless. He realized that his anger, meant to provoke, had found no fertile ground in the monk's heart. This story offers a profound lesson in emotional detachment. The monk's response illustrates the essence of Buddhist wisdom, the ability to separate oneself from external provocations and maintain inner peace. The monk didn't suppress his emotions. He simply chose not to let them control him. In life, people often project their negativity onto others, hoping to elicit a reaction. When you react, you give away your power, allowing others to dictate your emotional state. The monk's refusal to engage was not an act of indifference, but one of immense strength and mindfulness. In Buddhism, emotional detachment is not about becoming cold or indifferent. It is about cultivating equanimity, a state of balance where neither praise nor criticism disturbs your peace. The root of suffering, according to Buddhist teachings, lies in attachment. We attach ourselves to desires, outcomes, and even our own emotions. This attachment gives rise to suffering when things don't go as planned or when we encounter negative experiences. Emotional detachment, then, is the practice of letting go, not of the emotions themselves, but of the hold they have over you. Buddhism teaches that emotions, like all things in life, are impermanent. They arise, they peak, and they fade. By observing emotions with mindfulness and without judgment, we can learn to let them pass without being consumed by them. The journey to emotional detachment begins with self-awareness and mindfulness. It is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual process of training the mind to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. The monk's wisdom can be applied in our own lives by recognizing that we too have the power to refuse the gift of negativity. This power doesn't come from suppressing emotions, but from understanding their nature and learning to rise above them. To make the concept of emotional detachment more relatable, let us explore its application in everyday life. Imagine you are in a heated argument. The words spoken by the other person seem designed to wound you. In such moments, emotions like anger and frustration naturally arise. However, instead of reacting, pause. Observe the emotion without judgment. Recognize that the anger is temporary. It will fade, just as the monk's serenity remained unaffected by the man's insults. By not reacting, you protect your peace and prevent the situation from escalating. This approach doesn't mean ignoring the issue. Rather, it allows you to address it with clarity and calmness once the emotional storm has passed. Emotional detachment is a powerful practice, but it is not without challenges. One of the most common difficulties is the fear of being misunderstood. People may perceive your detachment as indifference or lack of care. It is important to remember that detachment does not mean apathy. It means caring without clinging. Another challenge lies in breaking long-held patterns of emotional reactivity. For many, reacting to emotions is almost instinctual, shaped by years of conditioning. Patience and persistence are key as you work to retrain your mind and develop new habits of calmness and presence. As you cultivate emotional detachment, you may begin to notice subtle yet profound changes in your life. Situations that once triggered intense reactions will no longer have the same hold over you. You will find yourself approaching challenges with greater clarity and confidence, unburdened by the weight of uncontrolled emotions. This transformation is not about becoming a different person, but about uncovering the calm and resilient self that has always been within you. The story of the monk and the insult reminds us that this inner peace is attainable for anyone willing to embark on the journey. To live like the monk is to embrace the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and non-attachment. It is to recognize that emotions are not enemies, but teachers, guiding us toward greater understanding and self-awareness. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to observe emotions as they arise without judgment or resistance. By cultivating compassion, you soften the edges of anger and resentment, transforming them into opportunities for growth. And by embracing non-attachment, you free yourself from the chains of expectation and desire, allowing peace to flourish. The monk's calmness was not a result of indifference, but of deep wisdom and compassion. His ability to remain unaffected by insults came from understanding that true peace comes from within, not from external validation or circumstances. The path to emotional detachment is a journey of self-discovery and liberation. It is not about becoming emotionless, but about mastering your emotions so they no longer master you. The story of the monk and the insult serves as a timeless guide, reminding us that we have the power to choose how we respond to life's challenges. By practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, and cultivating compassion, you can transform your relationship with emotions and experience the profound peace that comes from within. In a world often dominated by emotional chaos, the wisdom of the monk offers a beacon of hope. A reminder that true freedom lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering the world within us. Take this story as an invitation to reflect on your own life. How often do you accept the gift of anger, frustration, or fear from others? And how might your life change if, like the monk, you chose to refuse it? The journey to emotional detachment may be challenging, but its rewards, clarity, peace, and resilience are well worth the effort. In the quiet space beyond emotions lies a profound strength waiting to be discovered. Let the wisdom of the monk inspire you to seek it, to embrace it, and to live it fully.